This is Rabbi Kerry Chaplin. Welcome to Resist Burnout, a project of Shul. This is a 15-minute weekly call to restore, regenerate, and return to who you are. No matter your background or practices, this is a space for you. Whether you're calling in every week now, or this is your first time calling in, or if you're listening later in the week, I know you know the need, otherwise you wouldn't be calling in and listening at all. The Shul team and I hope this call will be a kind of way station, and one of many way stations in your life amidst the outrage, we could call it, the hard work, the drive towards justice and towards lifting up human dignity and divinity in the world. Whatever your personal rituals or practices or religions, we at Shul hope that Resist Burnout is one of many way stations in your life that do sustain your commitment and your energy to this work. This week, we will again be gifted an extended meditation by Rhonda Rosen for the duration of the call. Everyone is still on mute because of the brief nature of the call, and that means no introductions. But I do want to invite us all to honor this temporary community by, when the call is over, posting a picture of where you're listening or who you might be listening with, coworkers and cute animals, and babies and children welcome in those photos, certainly, or your sunny corner of the office, or you could post a word or two about what's on your heart after the call. In the meantime, let me say something about who I know is on today's call. We have people from, I don't know, actually, most of these area codes, but I see Vermont, and I see Pennsylvania, and I see California, I think Illinois, and I'm sure other places too. I'm sorry, I don't recognize these. New York. I'm sorry, I don't recognize most of these area codes. But I do know there are people on this call who are working for immigrant rights against this abusive travel ban, for healthcare access, for queer rights, for interfaith education, academics, artists, peacemakers, troublemakers, professional politicos, consultants, parents, and all of us pursuing the world that we aspire to live in. We gather on this call to practice our own helpfulness. We have just this one self and a whole lot of work to do with it. Calling from outside of Pittsburgh, Rhonda has been a mindfulness meditation practitioner since '73 and leading mindfulness meditation for 10 years. And I'm excited today that she's with us to lead an extended meditation for the duration of the call. Welcome back, Rhonda.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me all right, Kerry?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So there's two major ways to approach self-regulation of our response to stress. One is by distraction, deliberately moving into a different state conducive to relaxation, or widening our repertoire of emotional and physical experience. This includes all different kinds of imagery, including the cultivation of a felt sense of loving kindness using music or visual imagery of remembered or imagined times and places. Another way to work with self-regulation is to be aware of our habitual responses to the world and events. So it's possible to have a considered, rational response rather than being reactive in our usual, predictable ways. This involves being more aware of our normal states of mind and body and being willing to feel how we feel as we feel it, and anchoring ourselves to our internal source of stability and equanimity. I like to say, once you know you can stand feeling anything, you become invincible. You can feel what you feel, anchor yourself internally, and work with skillful means. We are learning to feel and not hold on to self-righteous reactivity or hopeless fear, so we can make a measured and skillful response to the challenges we are facing. So today we're working on the second skill set, awareness of this moment and the willingness to feel and hear and see and think and bring your attention back to a central object, such as the breath at the nostrils. We're working with the capacity to deliberately use our attention and hold all our emotional reactivity very lightly. This way, we can resist burnout by using our physical and emotional resources more wisely. So Kerry's given me these 9 minutes, so let's begin by practicing now, being open to whatever arises, just sitting here, not doing much. We've decided to take this time out from all that's demanded of us. Please find a pretty comfortable position, and I hope you're feeling safe enough right now to let your guard down and move inward and continue breathing, feeling the breath at the nostrils, neutral and subtle. Here's the inhale, and here's the exhale, and the transition in between. And each time the attention wanders, just bring it back very gently. This breath, in this moment, breathing all by itself. There is no right or wrong way to breathe. With just enough energy in the attention that it rests very gently on the continuous movement of the breathing. Attending to the breath as if it were the most interesting thing. There's nothing to control. And each time the attention wanders, very gently bring it back. And it's so good to take some time outside of time. And if you ever have trouble focusing the attention, you can count the breath from 1 to 4 and back again, just labeling the exhale with a number. The breath can be a place of stability and comfort and ease. And if you like, the attention can move to feel the body simply resting here alive from head to toe, starting at the top of the head, feeling what you feel as you feel it. There's nothing to create or do or fix. Sensation is always present, sometimes subtle and sometimes gross and always changing. Starting here at the top of the head. And feeling the back of your head. And the temples and the forehead. And feeling the eyes and the little muscles around the eyes. They have this opportunity to become soft and passive and receptive. And the nose. And the soft touch of the breath at the nostrils. The mouth, the lips, the tongue, and the jaw. Letting that lower jaw just hang from the upper jaw. The only time your teeth need to touch is when you're chewing. And all the social muscles have this opportunity to relax as you turn inward. and feeling the muscles around the ears and the ears themselves, and hearing is passive and receptive. And feeling the neck and the shoulders. Are the shoulders braced, or can you let them drop? And you can feel the arms and the weight of the arms and the temperature of the hands. The hands warm as we relax. And use the upper back and the chest, feeling what it feels like to be alive within this body. All the organs function all on their own. Perhaps you can feel the beating of your own heart. And here's the middle of the back and the abdomen. Trunk of the body breathing. And you can feel your hips and your pelvis, the weight supported, and the breath moves here too. And the legs, the ankles, and the feet, the heel and instep, the ball of your foot and the top of the foot and each toe. And if your feet are on the floor, you can feel your foot supported by the floor. The leg from hip to toes, stable and grounded. Then return to the breath, which is still breathing all by itself, like coming home to yourself, for comfort and ease. And it's so good to know that you can make this part of your daily life. You can, if you notice you becoming preoccupied or your emotions are rising, you can invite yourself to breathe and return to the felt sense of being alive, just like this. And you can redirect your attention to any of your senses. What do I hear and see and feel? So when you're ready, open your eyes if they've been closed and notice what you see, shape and light and shadow. Very good. Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you, Rhonda, for giving us this tool to return to our internal source of equilibrium, to the breath, that we can, in your words, use our physical and emotional resources more wisely. We can all get better at that. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I want to remind you and invite you to, in honor of this little community we create together weekly, to post a picture of who you're with, of where you are, of or a word or two that are on your heart after today's call. And the recording will be up later today. So thank you all for joining, and I look forward to being together again next week when we'll return to our usual format. Thanks so much.